Hey, this is SCV Rush from the UN.com showing you guys another Terran build order. Today I'm going to be showing you the 10 Barracks Marauder build order. I'm a big fan of this aggressive build order. It's really effective against Protoss and Terran or anyone that actually goes for a standard build. So the idea is to build a really early barracks, get the first Marauder out, and then attack the enemy. This build order originated on Team Liquid from Crimson. Obviously, I'm viewing his replay right now. He is a diamond player, a very well respected diamond player. He has a huge article on this build order, and it works out pretty well. So the idea is to build his barracks at 10. He's about to do that right now, and then build the refiner immediately afterwards. He's not building his SCV. You can see. Building his refinery immediately afterwards, and then get the supply depot right here or right here before building any more SCVs. So it does hurt your economy a little bit. I mean, most aggressive strategies have some kind of trade-offs. In this case, you're suffering a little bit of economy, but he does get the orbital command really early because you get the barracks so fast. So the reason why this build order is really effective is because if the Protoss player scouts your base, he's gonna think that you're gonna go for Reapers, and that's really very standard. He sees you put down the tech lab really early. He sees you getting that gas really early. He's gonna think that you're gonna get Reapers. So what the Protoss player will react is that he will build a cybernetics core really early and get a stalker out as fast as possible. But you're actually getting a Marauder instead, not a Reaper, and that's really actually counters the Stalker. It's like, I'm gonna think that you're gonna do this, and you're gonna counter me with this, and I'm gonna counter you with Marauders. It's kind of like a mind game, kind of, Right now, you can see that the Protoss player is leading the Terran player in economy by 4 SCVs, but he is getting his orbital command. So that's I just got a greeting from someone. I'll respond to him later. Okay, so he gets his first Marauder out really fast. He doesn't get his concussive shells because that requires a lot of gas. But without concussive shells, it's not really necessary because you have the longest range early game. I mean, Stalker have a range of 6. You have a range of 6, and in fact, he just finishes cybernetics core. So what he does is really interesting. Let me pause it real quick here. So he puts a bunker. And the reason why he puts down a bunker is because he knows that he can't get the Stalker fast enough to stop this bunker. Bunker takes 30 seconds to build. Stalker takes 42 seconds. Even if he chrono boosts once, that's about 30 seconds. So you're still gonna get that bunker up in time. And his Marauder is already walking this way, so he's gonna be doing some damage to if there's probes attacking the SCV, or he's gonna be killing some pylons. So he knows that he can actually put that finish this bunker before that Stalker comes out. So let's unpause it and see what happens. Okay, so his Marauders coming in. He's building more Marauders. He should be building more Marauders. Okay, is he supply lock? Oh no, okay, he's building more Marauders. He's doing damage. He's kiting the probes a little bit. Not exactly kiting. He's just doing a lot of damage to these probes. The probes are trying to probably harass the SCV, and then the Marauder showed up. And now you can see that the Terran is in a very good position to take out the Protoss player. Really nothing you can do about it. Even if you have a Stalker, you have a bunker, 400 HP, 40 damage per shot with 2 Marauders. There's really not much you can do. The only thing you can do is fall back and retreat. While the Terran player now gains, is macroing up, getting more SCVs. So let's see how this unfolds. Failing at clicking. Okay, yeah. So he's forced to retreat, and there's really not much you can do right now. I probably would target this pylon and this pylon real quick, so he can't produce anything. Not being okay. So he puts down a Stargate, knowing that Marauders can't shoot air. So at this point, the Terran player doesn't actually see the Stargate, and he should be worrying about the voidray. He doesn't actually see this. He should take down the pylon and then subsequently take down all the probes. He gets a forge shoot just in case he push on more to the Protoss base. So right now he's about to lose his cybernetics core. So what I would do is take this pylon down instead, because if you take the pylon down, then he's unpowered. He can't really upgrade anything. He doesn't even have a gateway right now, so why worry about it? Instead, I would actually harass his probes or attack the Stargate at this point. As you can see, the Terran player is still a little behind in economy. I mean, Mule accounts for 3 SCVs. So right now he sees that the Stargate is going up, or the voidray is going up. So he is, you know, being more aggressive. He should have been more aggressive here, not taking down the pylon. Don't take down the pylon. Go take down some of his probes. His probes, if you can take down his probes, get a couple Marines in the back of your base. You know, he's pumping out Marines, getting Marines here. He also has an engineering base, so he's definitely well defended. He definitely wants to do a lot of damage to the economy instead of killing down pylons, which is, I would say, not as effective, but nonetheless still very, you know, you're putting a lot of pressure on the protoss player. So he's putting out his photon cannon. I think he lost a photon cannon here again, so he's supply locked because he killed quite a few cannons, pylons I mean. So at this point you can see that, I mean, yes, the Terran player has almost equal SCV or harvester count, but the protoss player doesn't really have any production unit, and he is forced to spend so much resource on an additional 2 pylons, a cybernetics core, another gateway, and he killed like one photon cannon and another pylon. So he's really forced to get a lot of different more buildings. As you can see, Crimson is getting his turrets perfectly with the best timing you can possibly imagine. He builds his turret while the voidray is coming in like a pro, and you know, there's really not much the voidray can do right now. I mean, you might charge his refiners for the rocket, but you know, with this many Marines, there's really not much you can do. So he's macroing up right now, getting his factory. I'm surprised he got his factory a little late. I will get mine a little earlier, since I mean, my philosophy is that if I'm so ahead in either economy or in production, I'm gonna try to, you know, maximize my advantage. By that I mean, like, either I get to higher tech or I expand. Those are the 2 options. In this case, he's getting voidrays, so I'd be getting higher tech a little faster. But nonetheless, you know, he has a huge army here compared to nothing. He has, you know, a bunch of gateways coming up. He doesn't even have warp gate research. He doesn't have the cybernetics core. So you can't really deal with these marauders. He has quite a few Marines. You can take down 1 voidray no problem with this many Marines, and possibly 2. Okay, yeah, this depends on a micro. You know, you can possibly take down 2 voidrays. But you gotta be careful because there's a photon cannon. You don't want to lose it. He's about to lose his cybernetics core again, and that just sucks for the protoss player. I mean, there's really not much you can do. So he's focus firing these Marines. The one thing you can do is pulse these voidrays. SC2 Knob School, one of our affiliates for our YouTube videos, shows us how to, you know, micro the voidrays to maximize their damage between the Marines. Basically, the idea is to click on the use the voidray to, you know, click on the Marines really fast, switch targets every 0.5 seconds, and you can just do so much more damage with them. You guys can check it out. I'll put a link on the bottom if you guys are interested. SC Knob School is really good at, you know, teaching people how to play. So right now, once again, his force got defeated. Nothing going on right now. He's, you know, Terran's ahead in a little bit. You always want to be ahead of the Terran player in general, because Terran armies is usually a little stronger, so you want to be ahead in economy. So right now he's in a little bit of trouble. He's getting mass Vikings. I don't think the the reactor is necessary, but it's very good if you can actually afford them. So what he should do, yeah, right now, you know, look at the army of the Protoss, and you look at the army of the Terran, 50 food to 40 food. Really, that's a pretty big lead comparatively when you have equal SCV count. You got 2 Vikings that will definitely finish any anti-air, and you have this many Marauders and, you know, Marines, and all you can get is Zealots because he lost his cybernetics core, which is very expensive, twice. That's unfortunate for him. And, you know, he's microing his Marines a little bit, very well microed. He should pull this, you know, but it's whatever. When you're in such a big lead, you don't really care about the little things. He's probably microing his, like, units right now. He's probably building his SCVs. He's building his more Marines here. One thing good to know is always rally your units to the enemy base while you're putting on the aggressive stance, because, you know, as you're attacking his base, your units kind of die down to cannons or their units, you really want that reinforcement really quick. So, and you don't want to micro the reinforcements. You always just want to rally. Okay, this is the worst rally you can possibly have. Excuse me. But normally I like to rally it right here at the ramp. So say I'm doing something right here and I see they have 2 stalkers, I bring my units here and just merge with my old army and put it into a control group. Yeah, so I don't actually rally into the middle of the base, but yeah. Well, that's the best. That's the best. Or sometimes I like to rally onto a really nice unit, like a tank, for example, like a siege tank. I do it beforehand, and it just, you know, select all my production buildings as right click on the tank. So anytime I'm building more stuff, so I don't have to look at my base to build stuff, and then it will automatically go to the tank, which is, you know, provide support for the tank. So right now you can see that there's another battle going on. The Vikings, the Marauders. This is probably going to come out pretty even. Yeah, Marauder does, you know, barely beats out a Stalker, and then Vikings are pretty pitiful overall on the ground. They're really good. They're like a Marine. Think about it. Think about them like a stronger Marine. They're not that effective. He just expanded, so you can see that he's just pulling away in harvester count. He killed quite a few harvesters there, and he killed destroyed his assimilator. I'm very curious why the assimilator is 900 HP compared to, say, the refiner, which is 500, and the extractor is also 500. I don't actually understand how Blizzard designed that, you know. Because technically you should have, you know, 250, or maybe 600 HP, but not 900. It's really interesting. I don't know. If you guys have any idea why that's the case, leave a comment below. I'll give you a shout out. Yeah, that'd be cool. So at this point, you can see that the Terran army is way superior than the Protoss army. You can see that he has medvac, stim pack. The Protoss player has, you know, 3 sentries, 2 stalkers, and, you know, a couple of zealots. So, and the Terran has the expansion, so he pretty much, you know, got the game at this point, unless he makes a huge mistake or something like that, which is not likely to happen. To sum it up, guys, you build the barracks at 10 SCV, and then you build the refinery immediately after the SCV, or after the barracks finishes, and then you build a supply depot right after that. All of this without building additional SCV. And then make sure you get 3 SCVs on the gas when the refinery finishes, so you can put the tech lab down on the barracks. And then after that, you build your first Marauder, and then depending on the situation, if the Protoss player gets Zealots, then you might want to upgrade the concussive missile really fast. If he gets Stalkers, then you might consider putting a bunker in his base, because Stalker takes quite a bit of time to get. That's about it, folks. Please subscribe to our channel. I really appreciate it if you guys could do that. We try to spread our videos to everyone who loves to play Starcraft, and, you know, thumbs up and all that good stuff. Alright, thanks for listening. Go to theun.com. This is SCV Rush signing out.